A week after the convoys started rolling into Ottawa, a change in tactics.
Incoming protester vehicles today and throughout the weekend will be directed to designated parking zones outside of the downtown core.
Deploying 150 more officers, putting up barricades to keep more trucks out, and a protective fence around the National War Memorial. But still, no timeline for removing the trucks already here off.
For something that they said was destroyed, that just looks like a bunch of people put reefs and flags and signs down. You guys had no problem with them fucking tearing down statues, Sir John A. and all them last summer and the summer prior.
The streets.
It will take more than the efforts of our officers to bring this demonstration to an end.
Protesters are being supplied with fuel, food, and even personal toiletries. But now word funding the convoy had been counting on isn't coming.
But they're actually shutting down freedom of speech.
It really bothers me.
They're not just going to leave because they're not getting the money from the GoFundMe. They're staying.
Oh, exactly. People will support them. We just seen Polish lady bringing down a bunch of pastries and meats and stuff for them. They're not going to stop. People are going to support them.
We won't be leaving.
GoFundMe says it won't transfer any more fundraising, about $9 million left, after the company says it received evidence the demonstration has become an occupation, with reports of violence and unlawful activity. The money...
You guys let BLM raise money and they burnt down over $1 billion worth of businesses. How did you let them raise money? You guys let them raise money in Canada too when they were over those unmarked graves. They destroyed a bunch of statues and stuff. You still let them raise money.
Will be refunded or go to charity.
When you start occupying, it's unacceptable.
Ontario's premier is calling for an end.
It's become an occupation. It's only hurting families. It's hurting businesses.
No, that's what you've been doing for the past 2 years. You guys destroyed all the small businesses and have been hurting families and their kids for 2 years. How many people lost their jobs over this? You think that doesn't affect families?
Parliament Hill, federal Conservatives are divided in their support for the truckers.
I understand what they're trying to do here, but maybe it's time to take a look.
Prompting this senator to quit the Conservative caucus.
I was really very distressed at not seeing a condemnation of the lawless occupation.
The transport minister met with some truckers today, but not from the convoy.
I asked for the...
All these politicians gotta go that aren't for this. This is an actual peaceful protest. They don't like it. They gotta go.
protesters, now that they've made their point, to go home.
But for now, the protesters are digging in, despite the frustration of those living nearby.
I'll be the last man out if nothing changes, and Mr. Trudeau is standing his ground.
So, Olivia, what's expected to happen this weekend?
But that's not good either. By him not coming out and talking to these people, they're going to stay longer, and then they're going to bother the people around even more, causing more complaints. You're making both people on both sides pissed off at each other, and you're just going to hide and act like a bitch. That's not what a leader does. Runs and hides, and I'm not talking to you. Fuck.
Well, police estimate up to 400 more trucks and 2,000 protesters could descend on Parliament Hill this weekend. It's unclear how the news about the GoFundMe campaign will affect those plans, but one organizer says they're now collecting money on a different platform. And as for police...
Yeah, fuck GoFundMe. Do Give, Send, Go.
...who've come under intense scrutiny, they've now hired a crisis management firm, Navigator.
All right, CBC's Olivia Stefanovich. Thanks for that.
Because there was already lawyers and stuff dealing with the money. So there was no reason for... GoFundMe asked for all the paperwork to make sure there was nothing illegitimate or nobody was going to steal the money. They got lawyers, sent them all the information, everything was good, and now they're just going to retract everything. Those people better get their money back.